for me, it's all about what makes you happy. And if it's right for you, then follow it. And don't let anybody tell you that you're doing anything wrong, because you're not. If you're doing it for you and it makes you happy, how can you not do it?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Saturday Live Show. How's everyone doing today? You just turned down the volume on my iPhone. Awesome. All these kinds of problems. Awesome. Get it together, Richard. Amateur hour. How's everyone doing this week? It's great to see everyone. We got a lot of people in the chat. Happy to have you with me today for the Saturday Live Show. Exciting guest today. Hailey is joining us from Retire in Chiang Mai. So excited to have her on the show today. We had a great conversation probably about 10 days ago now. We had it early. So she's great. I can't wait for you guys to chat with her. We have a lot of questions ready around retirement in Thailand. So she's going to be addressing a lot of those questions and talking to her about her move from America to Thailand and what that entailed, because I think we share a lot of similarities. So we'll be talking about that today. Thank you to the moderators today. Appreciate everyone that kind of came on to help out with the chat. You know, we always got to be mindful of those crazy chat comments that use off-color language or weird words that we can't use on YouTube. And just so you know, we're now 3 weeks in a row for having my live shows basically demonetized. So I don't know what's going on, guys. It's something in the chat or what's something with the guests. It's odd. So we're going to try to turn that around today with Hailey. We're going to try to keep it PG-13. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm swearing too much. Who knows? Maybe I'll try to, keep it more respectable today. But guys, so I wanted to address one thing today with the moderators. Happy birthday to one of our moderators, Mr. Mitch. Happy birthday, man. I saw in the chat that is your birthday. Hopefully it's today. If it is today, happy birthday. But I saw in the chat, everyone's wishing you a happy birthday. So happy birthday, man. Thank you for all you do to help out with the channel. Really appreciate it. And then the other milestone that we hit this week was 5,000 subscribers. So I wanted to kind of take time out to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed to the channel. Wow, it's been a year, 0 to 5,000 in 1 year. I could write a book about that. And it would be a drama with a lot of irony involved. So, yeah, it's been quite a ride. Thank you for everyone that's subscribed to the channel. I was going to actually make a video about this, but I thought it might be best just to sort of address it in the live show today. So thank you to everyone. Huge milestone. I never thought I'd get to 5,000 in a year. I was going to be happy with 1,000 in a year. That was my big milestone. Maybe if I work hard, I can hit 1,000 in a year. And here we are at 5,000. Next step is 10,000. So just keep doing what we're doing. And interesting story about the 5,000 and the journey to the 5,000 subscribers is, when I started this channel, I wanted to kind of do a kind of recap on my trip to Thailand that I experienced in February of 2020. And it's interesting. My plan was to get back to Thailand in November of 2020, start looking at condos in December of 2020. And then my plans were to move to Thailand permanently in January of 2021. And the channel was launched with that all in mind. So I was planning on having lots of content in Thailand in November, December, and having a big reveal on the move to Thailand in January. But, the current situation sort of changed that. And I had to kind of think on my feet. And with help of a couple of my moderators, we decided to start this live show format. And it's really taken off. And it's something that I was very reluctant to do initially, but I'm so glad I did. So I enjoy having the guests on. I enjoy meeting new people. And that's that. So on to the next stuff. So next week, guys, is going to start something new that we're doing. And this is something that I saw in the chat last week. So the interesting thing that happens with these live shows is I try to look at most of the chat messages, but I sometimes miss some. And I watch the replay with the live chat, and it sometimes cracks me up. You guys are so hilarious in there, kind of chatting with each other, making jokes back and forth. So I see all that, but unfortunately, I see it after the live show. But one of the things I saw was you guys were talking about, hey, you should have the moderators come on kind of one by one. So next week, we're going to start a round robin cameo appearances by the moderators. And our next one that's going to be up next week will be Day State Fox, the legend. So we got him coming on next week. Everyone will see what Daystate looks like. Who is this mysterious moderator, Daystate Fox, that seems to be on every live stream? So we're going to see who he is next week. He's going to be coming on. I'm happy to do that. So a couple of things I wanted to talk through today. But before we kind of get into the news, I wanted to kind of take you maybe to a quick stop to Buriram. So I don't know if anyone's been to Buriram in Thailand. You know, it's just up north from Pattaya. I was actually there for a short stay, and I wanted to kind of show you a quick little video on that. When we come back, we'll kind of talk about vlogger news. But let me take you to Buriram for a quick trip, and we'll come right back. Buriram, or as the Thai people pronounce it, Buriram, is located 410 kilometers northeast from Bangkok and has a population of 30,000. This city is known as the City of Happiness. The word Buriram literally translates to the pleasant town. Pick your winner, because this is going to be over fast. It was fun to watch the kids do this, but I was eager to see how an older, more experienced Thai may approach this boxing contest. I would not have to wait long. The younger Thais really do respect their elders. It's nice to see the older, more experienced Thais show them why they should. So that's a great little clip from my Part 9 Reeshard Returns to Thailand called Pattaya Perfect. So I kind of talk about how my trip is sort of coming to an end, and a little bit of depression creeps in knowing that your Thailand trip is coming to an end. So I got out of town for that penultimate day in Pattaya, Thailand, and went to Buriram. So it kind of talks about you can make these day trips, and it's pretty easy to do and pretty inexpensive. So if you haven't had a chance, check out that video. It's pretty funny. There's some other funny clips around the papaya salad making contest that I went to as well. And everyone knows that Thai people refer to it as papaya instead of papaya. So papaya. So we had a great guest last week, and Phil with Le Pub Pattaya. I'm going to actually blame him for my channel or my video being demonetized because of his selective language. I'll blame it on him. But for those of you that might have seen his Thai girls play pool the day after, I guess it was the night of my live show, I actually bought a round of drinks for all the girls there. And I'll tell you, his bar is doing quite well. So I think they make more money on the live show than they do during business hours. So good for Phil. He keeps going with all that he's doing. That's really cool. So I wanted to sort of address a little bit around vlogger news. And I got a new video for this. So hang on. It's all about the videos today, guys. Got lots of videos. Hopefully we don't put anyone to sleep. But I got this great little thing. We're going to be calling it Did You Know? So we're going to have this every week. And we're going to talk about Thailand vloggers. But here's the video to kind of bring us in. So, vlogger news. Esquire in Asia, now van life. I don't know if you guys saw this. He actually bought, what I guess they call it a micro van. Him and Tita are going on the road. So they purchased a micro van for, I think it was 240,000 baht, and they're hitting the road. This thing is super small, but it looks like they can kind of make it work. So, you know, they're pretty slick people themselves. So, you know, Esquire, he's a pretty slim guy. So I'm sure they'll make it work. But the cool thing that happened on that video was it's kind of an odd looking van. Chad from CB Media actually was checking out the van. I guess Esquire in Asia came back and saw Chad taking some pictures and some video, and they actually made friends. So that was kind of cool to see them kind of talking, and a little cameo appearance by Esquire and CB Media. So vlogger news, other vlogger news, Greeny Travels. He's got a new intro in his videos. I saw this and I messaged him about this. It's pretty slick. So he just hit 3,000 subscribers himself. And you guys might remember when he was on my show, he was just ticking over 100 subscribers. So maybe I had some good luck. Maybe he went from 100 to 3,000 because of my show. Nah, just kidding. But, you know, Hailey is actually just sitting about, I think it's 955 subscribers today. So, you know, I have pretty good luck with getting people over 1,000. We did it with Bad Badger. So I'm going to ask for you all to go to her channel and consider subscribing to hers, because we'd love to get over that magic 1,000 where she can then make the decision if she wants to monetize or not. So that'll be great. And then Chocolate Man in Thailand, he did an interview for a channel called See You Around. So a Thai lady that has her YouTube channel there in Thailand, and I actually reached out to her, see if she wants to come on the show. So if you're familiar with that channel, leave a comment in her latest video saying, hey, you should go on the Reeshard Travel live show. And that is it for my news. Everyone like the little intro video? Trying to keep everyone on their toes and wake everyone up that might be a little sleepy. Let me go to the chat and let me welcome in a couple people before we bring on Hailey. Is everyone excited to talk to Hailey about retiring in Thailand? So let's see here. Alpha Interactions, Damien. Reeshard, well done on 5K. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. And Alpha Interaction's been having some great videos on his channel lately. So, and he pings me on Messenger every time he has a new release, which is great. So, Damien, I'm subscribed to your channel. I get the alerts. Now I'm getting like 2 alerts. I get one from YouTube and one from him on Messenger. So I go right to the video, leave a comment. So yeah, check her out. Greenie Travels in the house here. So this is great. So thank you for that. And awesome live stream today, man. It looked like your girlfriend was like, come on, Greenie, come on. And you were trying to slow down and read the chat. That's pretty funny, but good job. Jeff Johnson's congratulations, Greenie, on the 3K. That's awesome, man. Awesome. Got a lot of people in here. Jay East, hello to everyone. CJ Paradise. And just so you know, CJ, I'm actually going to be profiling you probably on, if not next week, the week after outro. So I got a lot of great footage from our interview. I'm going to do that. So we'll take a look at what I come up with the next couple of days. Thai Girls Play Pool was great fun. So that's what Phil does in Le Pub, Pattaya. It's great. You guys, a lot of great chat going on there. I can't read them all, but I want to take this chance. Let me just remove this comment here. There we go. Perfect. So it's now time to bring in our guest for the day. I'm so excited to have her on the show. So I've created a little intro. Actually, Hailey and I kind of worked on this together, which was cool. So I always love when I kind of collaborate with the YouTube creators, and Hailey helped me out with this one. It was kind of one of those things where I sent her the intro. Hey, how's this look, Hailey? She's like, add this, change that. So it was great. I love that. But she gave me some great video clips. So let's check out this intro video of Hailey. And when the video is over, she'll be magically loaded into the live show.
Elite visa. The elite visa is indeed pretty elite. After living in Thailand just for a year, I just couldn't connect with the culture in America as much and the people there after traveling all over and just meeting people from all different cultures. So it was a lot more difficult to relate to people in America.
Hello, Hailey.
Hey, Richard. Good to see you.
Nice to see you as well. You know, I owe you an apology because your music in your intro video was so much better than mine, but I'm so scared to get any kind of copyright infringement, so I always use my own music from Epidemic. So I just want to let you know your music was better than mine.
I'll let it pass this time, Richard. What I did have was the timing of my music was timed right with my intro, but you kind of changed the intro. You added the Thai woman shaking, dancing. So I love that. I loved what you added to it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I know when we first talked, about 10 days ago, you'd mentioned that you kind of like the ladies dancing in that papaya salad making contest. So I took a little bit in there and put it in there for you.
Did you feel that?
Yeah, so that was in my trip to Buriram.
Yeah, I love that. I love that energy. That just captures the life of Thailand. It's great.
Yeah, I got to tell you, so when I was filming that, I was really trying to like be out of the way so I didn't kind of mess with their vibe that was going on. Just incredible. And that's why I wanted to go there, was to experience the real Thai life.
Yeah, I haven't been to Buriram, but that's great that you were aware of that because, you know, everyone acts a little bit different when there's a camera in their face. Yeah. So it's nice you were able to just kind of be on the sidelines, kind of capturing that moment.
For sure. So Hailey, officially welcome to the Saturday Live Show.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. So you and I had a great conversation. It's so funny when I was reviewing the notes. I think we talked for about 45 minutes on that intro call. And
Right.
usually I don't go so long.
I had something after, and so I told you like, oh, just so you know, I have an appointment or a call at 9:30, and you're like, oh, it should be 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But we just kept going.
Yeah, and it usually is like, hey, audio's good. How's my mic sound? Okay, your lighting's good. But we just got to chit-chatting and went too long.
Right.
So let's just rinse and repeat that today.
I've been really excited for this, Richard, because you reached out to me and I hadn't seen your channel before. And I'm not too aware of too many YouTube channels because that kind of comes secondary after my work. So once I found your channel, I was like, oh, this guy seems like so much fun.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. And you actually ended up on my homepage for recommended videos. And when I watched your video, I'm like, awesome. And I think what people don't know is you have a YouTube channel, but you also have a website as well that speaks about retirement in Thailand, right?
Yeah, well, the YouTube channel is kind of secondary to my business. And I came out with the YouTube videos just to provide clarification, clarity around retirement visas and elite visas. And I'm going to continue to provide more videos. But yeah, YouTube videos come after the business. So right now, kind of busy helping clients. So that comes first.
That's great, though. I think it's a great way to advertise your business on YouTube. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, it's been really fun too. Like, it's great to see the comments and actually engage with everyone from around the world. It's great.
Yeah. So I would definitely want to get into the retirement stuff and the visa stuff. I got to tell you, so I was studying the couple of videos you have up there on the OA visas and the retirement visas. And oh my gosh, Hailey, I feel like I needed like a Cliff Notes to look at to understand all these visas. I was lost. And I think I know a little bit. So I don't know. You must do a lot of studying to get all of that, but we'll talk about that. But I do want to take a step back and talk about what I found to be very interesting when you and I last talked, which was your move from America to Thailand. What was it, 4.5 years ago?
Yeah, 4.5 years ago.
So I know we talked about, I always like to ask the question, was it one suitcase or two? And you kind of shared with me, it was kind of a slower transition. So you took the one suitcase, big backpack, right?
Right. Yeah, and then just over the years, every time I go back home, I kind of bring presents going back, and then coming back to Thailand, I pack some old things that have been in storage.
Yeah. Well, what got you to come over on that first trip? Were you intrigued with Thailand?
Yeah, I just heard of Thailand and I saw elephants and smiling people. I thought, I like that. So yeah, I came here just visiting for 2 weeks thinking, well, maybe I want to live there for a year. And I loved it. So I did come out here to teach English for a year. And I thought I would be here for just 1 year, then go back to corporate America. But I loved Thailand so much and just found so much inner happiness, like such an innocent sense of joy with just everyday interactions. So when I went back to the US, I couldn't relate to people as well. And the lifestyle was just so much faster. And everyone's just in such a rush that they aren't present and they don't have that sense of warmth and happiness that the Thai people have. So when I went back to the US and I felt that disconnect, then I was like, I'm going back to Thailand. So when I got back to Thailand, I started to really set my life up here, knowing I wanted to stay here for at least a few years, learning Thai and just getting more immersed in the culture. So yeah, I've been here since.
So did you find, Hailey, when you were telling people about your first trip to Thailand for those 2 weeks or whatever it was, that they were sort of maybe not on board with your plan of maybe going there full time at some point? Did they think you were crazy?
A little bit. At the beginning, everyone said, isn't that dangerous? Especially as like a younger woman. They just thought it was dangerous and that the healthcare wasn't safe. So they were a little worried. But now that people have come to visit me, they want to live here too. And that's kind of how I set up my business too, was I was helping people set up their life here, first friends, and then looking at my dad retiring here. And that's kind of how it all started.
It's so interesting because I feel like the best thing that you can do, at least what I've done, is to show people other videos of Thailand, and case in point is my mother is like a huge Thailand fan now. And initially she was kind of lukewarm on the whole thing. But now that she has so many great YouTube videos to see, like Lucas Rides for Kicks, other people like this, she can see that, yeah, actually regular people come over and retire and live full time in Thailand. I think you're kind of a case in point, right? So you decided like at one point, I'm going there forever. Like this is where I want to be. The US no longer matches with my personality and my viewpoints, right?
Yeah, totally. And I think that you can watch videos and you can see how comfortable other people are and how happy they are setting up their life here. But ultimately, you just have to come experience it for yourself.
Yeah. So what's it been like for you with the transition? Has it been kind of a tough thing to go through, leaving everything behind in the US and kind of transitioning to Thailand?
Not really. Just because I'm so happy here and I've met so many great people, both locals and other expats. So I felt just really inspired and excited to continue to set my life up here.
So I think so. You have some animals or something in your area there. I hear a little bit in the background. Oh, it's awesome! Yeah. I love that. I was going to ask you about that last time we chatted. I heard that a little bit, but I was so busy taking notes, I never got to it. I love that. It's awesome.
Yeah. Hopefully, my dog Flamingo doesn't hear the cat, or else she'll start to bark.
So wait a minute. Your dog's name is Flamingo?
Yes, my dog's name is Flamingo. He's asleep in the other room over there.
That's quite an interesting name. I would never have guessed that name in a million years.
I adopted her, and her name was already Flamingo. It was wonderful.
Oh, is that right? Oh, interesting.
That was the one criteria I had was, well, actually not the one criteria was a cool dog named Flamingo, but the one criteria was a dog with a nice smile. And that was the first dog the first dog I saw was Flamingo. And she was just looking at me and I look at the sign like, oh, Flamingo, this dog is great.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. So let's kind of transition a little bit to talk about the business. I'd love to talk about all the good that you're doing to help expats, people from other countries coming to Thailand. But what sort of got you thinking about starting this type of business to help others?
Yeah, well, like I said, I was helping people set up their life here, kind of how I did, finding housing, figuring out what visa was right for them, opening a bank account, doing all these things you have to set up when you first arrive. And my dad was really interested in the life I had been setting up, and still Asia was a little bit different. Like he had traveled a lot, but mostly around Europe, and he still thought that maybe Asia was a little bit unsafe or just not realistic to live in long term. But then he came over here and he loved it. So since he knew that I wanted to continue living here, he was thinking of like, well, maybe I'll retire when he has the time and can leave the US. So I started looking into how I could help my dad retire here. And then I just saw that it was such a confusing process and there are so many different visas and ways to get through it. And I just wanted to help him initially. And then I saw that there was a high demand for that. And my passion is Thailand and helping people create this life for themselves here. So that's how it all started.
Well, I got to tell you, you're really clicking with a lot of the people in the chat. They're really agreeing with you. Like Barefoot Jeff is saying he can relate to not being able to relate to people in the U.S. anymore. He felt the same way after his first visit to Thailand. And then Zcon, it never hit me how much I liked Thailand until I came home to the U.K. So I think that's true for a lot of people, and Bad Badger as well. See, Hailey, everyone's like jumping on board. Like, I agree with Hailey. Bad Badger the same way. Alpha in Actions, Damien, same thing. There's always negativity with a big move to Thailand. And I feel like, so that's really what I've struggled with as well, Hailey, is I feel like I have a secret life. I have some people that I can talk about how great Thailand is in this live show on my YouTube channel, but there are others that don't want to hear about it, that think Thailand's crazy. Why would I think about going there? The healthcare is bad, this and that. But I think you're kind of breaking that stereotype and telling people that it's actually a great country and it's not as difficult as we would think to move over there, right?
Mm-hmm, exactly. And I think it's so silly how judgmental people can be without having experienced it at all. Because every single person I know that has been to Thailand loves it. They can't believe how affordable everything is, how nice the people are, how beautiful it all is. They can't believe that people are like this here. and that people can actually create a life here, especially retired people who have a visa option.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that you and I talked about was around the Thailand Elite Visa. So I always feel like, of course, there's sticker shock with that. You know, the price has increased. For those of you that don't know, you can get a 5-year Thailand Elite Visa, which is like the red carpet treatment. We'll talk about all the benefits of it, but essentially the cost was 500,000 baht, which I think is what, about 20,000 US dollars, but that's gone up. That's now, as of January 1, 600,000 Thai baht. So you guys feel free to do the exchange and let me know what that is in the chat. It's gone up a little bit, but Hailey's going to tell us about some of the benefits of the Elite Visa, but also the option that a lot of people don't know about to upgrade from a 5-year to a 20-year. You want to kind of talk through a little bit that, Hailey?
Yeah, well, first I'll correct you about
okay.
the 500,000 baht is actually more like 15,000 US
15.
dollars. So now with the increase going to 600,000 baht, it's more like 18,000. So it's still pretty pricey for most people, but it still falls under 20,000 baht. So I'll add that.
Great.
Yeah, so actually the elite people contacted me about a year ago. And when they first contacted me, I thought it was a big ripoff. I was like, no, I specialize in retirement. People can already get a retirement visa. Like, no way. I don't want to talk to you. At first, I thought it was a big ripoff. And then as I started to actually have people asking more about it, then I was looking more into it. And the more I had experience with dealing with immigration on with retirement visas, I saw just how great the Elite Visa actually is. Because the main benefit are the immigration and airport privileges that come with it. So it's so easy that you can apply within 1 day, and I assist people to apply. And there are no requirements. You just have to pass a criminal background check. And unlike like the non-OA visa, where you have to apply and get your fingerprints done yourself and do all of that, Thailand does it for you here in Thailand. So you just apply and then you let them do the rest. And then the visas start at 5 years and go up to 20 years. And as you mentioned, now with the upgrade, as of 2021, now you can upgrade from the 5-year visa to the 20-year visa for just 400,000 baht more. So 5 years is 600,000 baht, but to upgrade to the 20-year visa is 1 million baht total. So that's actually just over $100 per month if you get a 20-year visa. So if someone's planning to live here long term, for the privileges that come with it, it just makes everything so easy and so nice. And you really do feel very elite when there's an elite personal assistant meeting you at the boarding gate and escorting you through the airport. And everything's just kind of taken care of for you. So it's really nice.
Yeah, and I feel like one of the things that we don't talk about much with the Elite Visa is what you just stated, was around priority immigration. So if you're going to be traveling in and out of the country, like if you go to Cambodia, Laos, when you're coming back into Bangkok airport, the one tough thing is whenever your flight arrives, if it's at the worst time, you have other flights coming in, immigration tends to get very backed up. So with the Elite Visa, you always have the priority immigration, which is basically the same line that the flight attendants go through. So I've taken advantage of that a couple times coming in, and it's great. So there was a while there where they were saying that immigration was requiring people coming in on vacation or holiday to show proof of 20,000 baht. So you weren't just like a backpacker coming in. I never got asked for that because I was coming in through the priority immigration line. So that was definitely a benefit to me. And then also, I feel like a good benefit of the Elite Visa, and let me know what you think about this, Hailey, is around not having to check in every 90 days or once a year. It's pretty much, you're good. Is that how it is?
Well, you do still have to do the 90-day reporting.
Okay.
With the Elite Visa, then they also offer assistance with that. So who I'm partnered with here in Chiang Mai will actually pick up your passport from you from your house and do the 90-day report for you and then bring it back to your house. So you have to do it, but not really. They help you with that. And in other provinces, they do the same. And then every year you still have to extend it, but all you have to do is bring your passport into immigration and pay a 1,900 baht fee, which is just under $60. And it's just like maybe 10 minutes. So it still makes everything really easy.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a tremendous value associated with that because a lot of people get stressed out when they have to do that. They have to make copies of stuff and get all this stuff together. But if you have someone sort of helping you with it, it makes it much more palatable. I feel like you're not as stressed. But Hailey, Jay East is asking, where do you see most of your clients settling down in Thailand? Do you see them going to one area, like in Chiang Mai, where you are?
Yeah, actually, a lot of people are interested in Chiang Mai. And at the moment, a lot of the people that I'm assisting have already had lives set up in Thailand. But because of the situation, then there are additional requirements to enter the country and to return to their families. So a lot of people live in Chiang Mai, or they're kind of open to where they want to live. So maybe go to Bangkok, then Pattaya, Phuket, Chiang Mai. They're kind of flexible with things.
Nice. Layla is saying, my heart belongs to Thailand, but I'm stuck in London at the moment. Yeah, I think that's, I think a lot of people are feeling you there. And Daystate Fox said he just subbed. So I'd love to see, we should get like a sub count on Hailey's channel and see where she is. Because I know she was at 955. Can we get her close to 1,000 today?
Yes, 1,000. You know, when I
great.
was first learning about YouTube and I saw that you had to hit the 1,000 mark to monetize and to be able to do more with your channel, I was like, oh man, 1,000, I'll never get there. But I was really surprised with what positive feedback I've had from my videos. So I love it. I'm really excited when I get a new subscriber, a new comment. I love it. It's great. Thank you all.
Yeah, one of my favorite things when I was a smaller channel growing is I used to get alerts for every subscriber, but that kind of goes away once you go past a certain amount. I do kind of miss having those. I would see like, hey, Daystate Fox just subscribed to my channel. Oh, that's so great. But I kind of miss not getting those. But you're sitting at 968 right now. So guys, we got to get her past 1,000. Please consider subscribing. I was thinking the nice thing you could do, Hailey, when you get over 1,000, you can start doing live streams. So it might be a nice thing for you to do for your business is to answer questions from people they might have. I don't know. I don't want to tell you how to run your business. I'm all coming in telling her what to do.
You're my marketing manager now, Richard.
Yeah, I'll do all the videos. So
yeah,
funny.
that would be great. I honestly just have to learn more of what I can do with YouTube because I do love what I've gotten so far with the engagement. So that would be really fun to have live streams.
Oh, Jeff Johnson said he's been a sub for a while now. So Jeff's been a big fan of yours. That's great.
Oh, Jeff Johnson.
That's awesome. And Layla's saying, just subscribe to retire in Chiang Mai. Awesome, guys. Keep it going. She appreciates every subscriber. That would really be great.
You know, I saw from the Land of Smiles. Oh, I can't remember.
Land of Smiles, Thailand. Simon.
Yes, with Simon. He mentioned a subscriber party.
Yeah.
I love that. I don't know much about it, but just telling the subscribers we're having a party here in Chiang Mai. Let's party. Everyone's welcome if you're a subscriber. That's what you can do, Richard, is you'll be the bouncer at the board, at the door, checking that everyone subscribes. I
can handle that task, but I will hire someone to do it for me.
Okay, that's good enough. Great moderators to do that during the party, so that would be great. In a year, okay, tonight, if you guys get me 1,000 subscribers, then in 1 year we're having a party.
I love it, and I'll be there for sure. Daystate Fox, thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate that. And Stuck in Florida says 973 now, so we just keep going. We'll keep talking. Keep smiling, Hailey. Everyone loves you. So I think we'll get you to 1,000.
Is 973? Oh, 973 subscribers. I was thinking like that code for something.
So funny. So Hailey, why did you settle on Chiang Mai? Had you been to other areas in Thailand and kind of decided, hey, Chiang Mai is the best fit for you?
Yeah, well, when I did my 2-week trip, I kind of went all over. I think I first went to Bangkok, then up to Pai and Chiang Mai, down to the islands. And I was only in Chiang Mai for maybe 2 or 3 days. But during my research, I saw that that was like the second biggest city. And I don't like cities as big as Bangkok. And yeah, it just looked convenient, nice. Like there were other expats I could meet. And just during the 2 days, I really felt a connection and a lot of synchronicity when I visited that. When I left Thailand, I knew like, oh, when I go back, I'm going to Chiang Mai. And I love it. It's surrounded by mountains. So there's always something new to explore. And yeah, everything's really convenient. Beautiful city, nice people. That's something that I will say is that the northern people in Thailand, I think, are much nicer, or they have a certain kindness that I haven't experienced in the South as much.
Yeah, I think that's very true. I've spent a little bit of time in Chiang Mai. I spent more time in Chiang Rai, so I felt like I had to really break out my Thai language there a little bit. Have you learned to speak a little bit of Thai yourself since being there?
Put Thai.
So kung ko chaiภาษาไทยนิดหน่อยมากมา
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've loved learning Thai. It's really enhanced my experience here. And yeah, the language is so interesting and fun, and it really tells a lot about the culture and the way they think.
Yeah, it's just, I think it's a way to show kind of respect to the culture. Now, how did you learn how to speak Thai? Was it various sources, online, audio? What was your kind of first way to go?
Yeah, well, when I went back to the US and I said, this place isn't for me, and I came back to Thailand, then I enrolled in just a 6-week course. And I actually didn't like the school and the teacher I was learning with, but it was still kind of the kickoff to learning Thai. And I was just interested in practicing with locals a lot. And then I had a Thai partner, and that's when I learned the most Thai, was just speaking Thai at home for about 5 months. And since then, I've taken private lessons, and now I study at Chiang Mai University also. So I've just tried to keep it up. But I would say the best thing is having a Thai partner, because you're just saying things all the time at home.
So I will agree with that and disagree. My first girlfriend, who was Thai, was horrible, didn't help me at all. So lazy with the Thailand. Second one, oh, very good. I learned to put the na in with my phrases, nakap, Kopkunakap, kind of like a real Thai when I was speaking. So that was awesome. But yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag there, right?
I add na onto English. I'm like, hand me the remote, na.
Yeah. It's so funny. And that's like, so you're Thai, man. You're Thai. If you're saying that kind of stuff. So funny.
I would like to become a little bit more Thai. And when I've heard some Thais speaking about me and they say Luk Klung, like half Thai, I'm so honored. I'm like, oh, you think I'm half Thai? Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's so awesome
to hear that.
Yeah. And Mr. Mitch is saying, careful what you wish for, Hailey, with the subscriber party. And Barefoot's like, I'll be there too. And Alpha Interactions will be the bouncing at the party. Thank you. So he's in very good shape. Strong guy.
Barefoot Jeff, you better wear shoes, because if you know, in Thai culture, it's very disrespectful to not wear shoes.
That's right, because his channel name.
So Barefoot Jeff, you better wear shoes to the party. You're very welcome.
That's so awesome. Well, it looks like you're 18 away. So people are subscribing as we speak. That's awesome. Bad just got an update.
Start party planning next month.
And there was one comment, I think I saw it. It was around, I think it was Barefoot Jeff. No, someone had 1,000. Oh, Kevin Chang Noi. I subbed. Yeah, I have 1,000 visa questions. That was so great. Yeah. That's so awesome. So, I mean, one question I had for you, Hailey, is if I'm a person that's coming over to Thailand and I want to live there full time, and I'm of age, so I could do the retirement visa or I could do the elite visa. But my question is, what if I still want to work a little bit? What if I want to invest in businesses? What type of visa would you recommend someone like me getting if I still wanted to work?
I would say the elite visa, especially if you're going in and out of the country a lot, because of the airport privileges, and it just makes it a lot easier for renewing every year. But even with the retirement visa, you're not supposed to work. However, immigration is not going to question you and check that. As long as you're not working in person, kind of taking a Thai national's job.
Yeah, and I think there's some benefits with the Thai Elite Visa. I don't want to speak out of turn because I'm not the expert, but I think if there's some benefits if you invest in property with the Thai Elite Visa. Are there some additional benefits there, or did I understand it wrong?
Yeah, right now it's under consideration that if you invest 10 million baht in a condo, then you could potentially be getting an elite visa with that, but that's still under consideration. So in Thailand, it's very common that there are a lot of rumors, especially with news. It always seems like there's some important person of authority coming out with some news, but then it's so slow to actually happen if it happens. So we have to wait until something is actually approved.
So Barefoot Jeff is correcting us. He's saying he actually wears flip-flops, even though his name is Barefoot Jeff. So thank you for that, sir. So how can you not like Hailey's positivity? Oh, everyone loves you, Hailey. We have to have you weekly on my show. We'll make you a recurring guest. Warm up the chat.
I love it. Yeah, I love the engagement. It's so fun to talk with people and to be able to help them and recommend things to them. And especially when people have already been to Thailand and they're already really passionate and love the life here. Like, that's why I was so attracted to you, Richard, was because I just see how much you love Thailand, and that energy is really exuding through all of your videos.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. And that's definitely, I'll go to my grave promoting Thailand, and specifically around the city of Pattaya. I have a warm place in my heart for that city. I'm trying to, dispel the notion that it's only there for the nightlife. There's a lot of great stuff to do during the daytime. I love going to the islands, and we'll see that in my outro video today, guys. And I think there's a lot of great stuff going on in Thailand. I love it. I love the city. I love the country. It's great. I will tell you though, Hailey, I agree with you in that when I started to learn Thai, the whole situation kind of changed for me. I feel like I was more embraced by the locals, and I just started to see things a little differently. Did you kind of see that the same for you, learning the language, kind of getting more ingrained with the locals?
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's just really nice with everyday interactions if you can actually speak even just a little bit to someone, especially someone you see all the time, like the mango lady that you always see. And the egg lady. I love that how there are all these different ladies, these different sellers that you go to regularly. So it's nice to kind of establish a relationship with people and to be able to communicate with them a little bit more and just say simple nothings like "fontok," like it's raining, good weather, and then they give you extra mangoes. It's really lovely. They really do appreciate your efforts in speaking the language.
Yeah, I think that's 100% true. And Jay East was saying that I should have you on at least once a month to talk about all the different types of visas. that might conflict with Hailey's work schedule, so I don't know about that.
We'll see, Jay East.
And Teacher Thomas had a question for you. So Teacher Thomas, Thailand's located in Rayong. He has his bar called the Open Mic in Rayong, at Pala Beach, I believe is what it's called. He was asking you, how long did you teach English to Thai students? Was it for about a year?
So actually, I did my TEFL training, which is to become a teacher. And shortly after that, then I was at a party where I was playing ping pong with the country manager of the student travel company. So I actually ended up leading student travel tours all around Southeast Asia, but mostly Thailand, since I could speak some Thai and knew about the culture. So I was actually mostly doing cultural immersion work with people from all over or students from all over the world, and just teaching them about Thai language, Thai culture, some adventure tours. So we would go on bicycle rides and hot springs around the mountains and do all kinds of things. So actually, I've never worked in a school teaching Thai students. I've just taught about Thailand.
All right, great. Well, John Ash is saying, we love you, Hailey.
So sweet, John.
Zanderman's asking you, is Chiang Mai cooler than other areas of Thailand?
Yeah, it definitely is. In the north, it does get a lot cooler, especially from, I would say, end of October to January. And it's really cute when Thai people are cold. And I mean, in other parts of the world, it's still a beautiful sunny day. But for Thais, this is winter, and they wear beanies and puffy jackets, and they're all bundled up for winter, a bunch of scarves. And it's really cute to see all of the Thais bundled up.
Yeah, it is funny. I find like they overcompensate for it. If it gets to be 65 degrees, that's like freezing cold for them, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And then Jeff Johnson is saying, if I'm correct, after Hailey hits 1,000, can she do a live show? She can. She can actually do live shows now if you utilize a different application like StreamYard or Restream or something like that. So you could actually kind of skirt the rule. But it's always just kind of nice having the 1,000 because you can go live on the YouTube platform as well, which is nice. So I think you'll get there. If you don't get there on this live show live, you'll get there after, because I'm sure people will watch the replay and say, wow, this is a great channel. And check out our website as well. Now, the website is Retire in Chiang Mai. And what's the dot? Is it dot? It's not .com. .com.
Yeah.
What is it?
Classic.com.
Wow. How did you score that URL? That is awesome.
I don't know. Fate wanted me to have it.
That's so great. Let's see. Daystate's talking to Tommy. 11 to go. We got an update on the subscriber. 11 to go for 1,000. Now, no one's allowed to unsubscribe. You got to subscribe.
Yeah, if you want to party with Richard and I in Chiang Mai, I throw great parties. My friends throw great parties. I have a lot of creative friends, musician friends. So we'll have a good time, guys.
I will say now we're going to do Code Red. We want to, Hailey, cover your ears. All my special subscribers, please go to your alternate accounts and log in and subscribe to Retire in Chiang Mai. Daystate Fox, you know what I'm talking about? 990. Wow. So we got 10 more to go. It's so awesome. And then Barefoot Jeff saying, it does take a few days after you hit 1,000. You also get the community tab. Now, that's something I think you'll like a lot, Hailey, is the community tab opening up where you can make actually postings on your YouTube page to kind of promote your business in the website. Alpha
yes,
991.
I honestly don't know about this stuff yet, so there's gonna be a little bit of a learning curve, but I'm excited to do it. It's great. Thank you guys for all helping me reach that. And I will have a video, hopefully next week, very soon, coming out about how to enter the country right now, because it is a lot more difficult than in the past. So if you haven't already hit subscribe, make sure you do that so that you know how you can enter the country really easily and cheaply, and have a good time doing it.
Yeah, Katie's saying he's sold on the Elite Visa. I mean, once you get past the sticker shock, if you do what Hailey did and kind of break it down by month, by year, it's a little bit more palatable. And just keep in mind the other way around that is if you want to do the retirement visa, that requires you to put a lump sum in the Thai bank account. And I believe it's still around, is it 800,000 baht? They want it in a Thai bank account that's vested for 6 months before. Is that the proper rules there?
So it's 800,000 baht, which is, I'm not sure what the exchange rate now, but around 26,000 US dollars. And you have to have that amount of money 2 months before you apply for the visa and 3 months after. So you have to make sure you keep your money in the bank account. Otherwise, you're going to have some troubles, or you're going to have to find someone to be able to assist you to meet that requirement still.
Yeah, it's funny. I was listening to one of Chuck's videos on No Time to Be Sad. I think he was interviewing a German guy who started out with the 800,000, maybe $1 million in the Thai bank account, but he got a nice account that was earning interest. He said it was now at 1.6 million baht, that he'd actually gained money over the years. So good for him. He says he just puts it in there, doesn't touch it. So that's great. And Bad Badger has given us an update, 997, Hailey. 3 more subscribers to go. Oh my God.
Badger, you've been great. I've seen you constantly coming up on the on the chat, just updating us. 995, 997.
Yeah, it's so awesome. We really have a great community here. I hope that you have something similar as your channel kind of continues to grow. I'm sure you'll get there for sure. Let me just see one other question. J.E. says, do you have a sense that Thailand will modify its quarantine requirement for folks who have the vaccine? What do you think about that?
Yeah, so people commonly ask based on rumors. And I would love to be able to say like, oh yeah, I have the inside scoop. But Until the government actually releases news on the Royal Gazette, which is the official newspaper, then you can't 100% go off of anything. So currently, even if people have the vaccine, then they still have to do the ASQ quarantine requirement.
Gotcha. And Mr. Mitch, thank you for putting up the link to Hailey's channel. Appreciate that. Thailand by Jake is saying dogs love you too, Hailey. Maybe he was hearing the barking or the whatever going on.
Yeah, Flamingo and all the dogs.
Yeah, we want to get her on the live show. Let's do another little quick refresh there. Oh, Barefoot Jeff's got it 998. 2 more to go, guys. That's
I know. Call your friends, call your mom, your dad.
Yeah, everyone. All right, this is where I got to tell my mom. All right, Mom, go ahead and subscribe now. I had it all set up before. Mom's going to get you to 1,000. Mom's probably looking at how do I get to her channel? Mom, click on the link in the chat. Go to her chat, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification.
I know.
No, it's so great.
That's part of my job, is to help these people do that.
Yeah, it's so awesome. And then so I just want to keep you on for a couple more minutes here and just want to talk about a little around the student visa, because I know some people will do that. They'll come over for vacation. Maybe they're thinking about staying a year or longer. They'll do like a student visa and take maybe like a Thai language course. Is that an option for some people that may be unsure if they want to fully retire?
Yeah, definitely. So for something like a Thai language course or studying self-defense from the Thai police, then that visa is valid for 1 year. And so you don't have the financial requirement for this visa, which is nice. And the level of commitment varies depending on the visa agency you use. And you have to apply in the province that you live in. So I can assist you, and other visa agencies can assist you if you live in that province.
So we got a breaking news alert here. Hailey, you've hit 1,000. Congratulations. Woo! That is great, guys. What an outstanding live show today. Congratulate everyone's coming in.
Party.
Yeah.
What are some requests for the party?
I think there'll definitely be alcohol involved in that.
There will be alcohol and all kinds of fun things. Good music.
That's great. That's awesome.
You
Congratulations.
By then.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Thank you, Teacher Thomas. What's that?
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, well, we'll talk offline about that. There's a lot of things around business, my work, this kind of thing. But yeah, we're getting over there soon. But I do have a surprise for you. So we're kind of coming up on our time. I went over, of course, but I wanted you to get to 1,000. But I got a little surprise for you because I created an outro video. I know we helped each other with the intro video, but I had to create something cool for you for your outro video. So I just want to say thank you, Hailey, for coming on the Saturday Live Show. It was a pleasure having you on. I'm so pleased I could be a part of your going over 1,000 subscribers today.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Bad Badger, Mr. Mitch, Barefoot Guy. Thank you all.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much. And we're going to look at having you back for sure, because I think the people fell in love with you today. You have a lot of great information. You'll keep us all updated throughout the next couple months.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. And contact me if you need assistance. I'd love to help you get over to Thailand so that you can live this beautiful life here.
I love it. RetireInChiangMai.com is the website. She has her YouTube channel. Everything is linked in the description below this video. Hailey, thanks very much. Have a great rest of your night.
Thanks, Richard. Oh, and Richard, you're my Valentine because yeah, it's Valentine's weekend and you booked my Saturday night at 11 p.m. Valentine's weekend. So I set the mood and everything. I have a candle here.
Wow. Oh, I'm impressed. Very nice.
What do you have for me, Richard?
I got a nice outro video.
And the 1,000 viewers.
Yeah, I'm so glad we could get there. Awesome. Congratulations. Have a good rest of your night. Have a drink for me tonight.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Bye, Richard. Bye, But I would like to do more vlog style and just kind of walk around and show what life is like here. Honestly, I feel so safe in Thailand.
After a while, I'm sensing a smile.
Guys, great guest. Hailey, so excited for her hitting 1,000 subscribers. That's a huge milestone. A lot of YouTube creators don't get there. They get to 100, they kind of lose interest. They get to 500, maybe that's too tough for them. So pleased everyone subscribed to her channel, and we got over 1,000. Now she can do live streams, and the community tab is opened up for her. So that's great. I'm so glad everyone kind of chipped in on that. Every subscriber counted for that one. So I really appreciate that. Awesome. Guys, got a lot of great comments. Barefoot Jeff is saying that was awesome. Barefoot Jeff, who's actually sitting there with flip-flops on, hopefully. That was great. And then Teacher Thomas is saying we'll put a pig in the ground for the subscriber party for Hailey. That's awesome. That is so great. And just know Teacher Thomas's bar there, open mic bar down in Pala. I think that's actually open for business now again with alcohol. I think the restrictions in Rayong have been lifted. So Fubar Traveler Ali Brown says, great interview, guys. Congratulations, Hailey. So great, guys. Great community. TF saying happy Valentine's Day. So great. Awesome. Yeah, it's great. Good. Everyone's kind of chipping in there to subscribe. I really appreciated that. That was really good. Paul Evans says he's retiring soon and has just subscribed. That's great. Yeah, I think all of us are kind of looking to get over there sooner than later. So Jay East is asking, what is the best way to contact Hailey for visa-related questions to make the move? So I would say what you want to do is go to her website, Retire in Chiang Mai. There is contact information in the website, and you can contact her there. And she's definitely happy to help you out with that kind of thing. Teacher Thomas is saying, your joy is infectious, Hailey. Yeah, what a great guest. It's really nice. It makes my job easy. I can just sit back and let her talk and smile, and everyone loves her. I think she could have hosted the show. Maybe what I can do is I can actually take a week off from the live show, and I can have her come on and host the show, and I can sit back and sleep in. She's giving me the thumbs up. She says, yeah, let's do it. That's so great. So guys, awesome. We're kind of wrap things up here as we're getting near the hour mark. I got a couple of things that I wanted to talk about here is, first of all, next week's guest, Brian Flowers. So I got him in the outro. Keep that in mind. We're going to be having him coming on. He's a big bar owner in Pattaya, 25 bars he owns on my last count. It might be 26. I got to talk to him in a couple of days and find out if it's 25 or 26. All that information will be in the outro video coming up. And just know that Daystate Fox, the mysterious moderator that everyone calls the legend, will be coming on the show next week as well. And I just want to say thank you again to Hailey for coming on the live show today. It was a pleasure having her on. I look forward to having her back to kind of update us on visa requirements moving forward. I really had a great time today, guys. It was really a great show. Thanks everyone that contended. Thanks for getting over 1,000. And like I say every week, I'll see you next Saturday. Let me find the outro. See you guys next.